Okay. Welcome back to the MP podcast. I am your host, Maria, creator and founder of Mastering Progress, the brand, and all of its subsidiaries. And I am so happy because today is June 2nd, which means we have launched the rebrand of the MP podcast. Um, if you don't know who I am, like I said, I'm Mariah. I am a serial entrepreneur, and I like to call myself a conduit of and bringing people together, specifically here in Boston, but eventually growing beyond that. And I have a brand that focuses on lifestyle and your mental and physical health. I have a creative media agency, which is also going through a rebrand right now, but we do event planning, wedding planning. We do creative direction for others' brands, and I love all of it. And then um, we have a few other things in the works, which I don't like to share until stuff is done. So you just wait and see. um, but back to the MP podcast. I am so happy. We're on, I think, around like year 6 at this point. I started the podcast. It was supposed to be with one of my dear friends who decided they didn't want to do the podcast anymore. But I do have to have her on for an episode because I think she deserves an episode. So we'll figure that out. But um it kind of started as just like a fun idea, like, oh, let's just start a podcast. And I did. And it required a lot more work than I thought it would. And I wasn't really consistent with it, especially like last year. After going through a lot personally, I just wasn't consistent. I wasn't feeling like my voice was important, and I didn't keep up with it. I didn't care about the podcast, and it showed. And this year I was like, one, I miss the podcast. I miss being able to talk and share my voice, but like it deserves more from me than just I'll post whenever, I'll do it whenever, I'll put as much work into it whenever. It deserved consistency. And so this year has really been about being that consistent force behind it. And I mean, let me just say, we've grown. I started filming this in my bedroom, on my bed, and now we're at the Edis House studio. We have cue cards. I mean, would you look at this? We have a microphone. This is actually the microphone my cousin sent me when I said I was launching my podcast. He and his wife sent me microphones to use, and um it really means something when your family shows that they support you and all of your crazy dreams. Um, and I appreciate it. But I am really happy how this rebrand came out. We have a new logo. We have, you know, a tagline now officially, and it is built under pressure, thriving on purpose. Um, I really wanted to. We originally had started the podcast with like a Tiffany blue and champagne, and it was called The Pop, and it was all, I don't really know where we were going with it. At the time, it seemed like a good idea, but I have rebranded it to what I feel as though works best for me and my brand. Um, I wanted to incorporate obviously the blacks and the nude colors that are all across the MP brand, but I did want the podcast to have my shiny little diamonds because I do love I love a good diamond. I am a diamond girly. Okay. Diamonds and gold all the time, no matter what. Silver can be thrown in there occasionally, but diamonds and gold consistently, that's it. And with the rebrand, I was like, we're going from pajamas to diamonds, and that's what we're sticking with. That's what we did. I did incorporate the diamonds when you see the whole spread. I did incorporate the pajamas into the photo shoot because you have to respect where you came from. And I started out filming in the bed. That sounds wrong. That did not sound correct. I did not do that. I started out filming the podcast from my bed. Uh and so I included the pajamas in the photo shoot because it's really important to look back from where you came from, but also where you're going. And we included the diamonds. It was really cool because we did it during off hours at this speakeasy in Boston. And I'm like laying on pool tables, my heels are up in the air. Like, we're having a good time. Music was great. And like I said, Jess and Shayna did such a great job, and I'm so thankful to them because it wouldn't have happened without them. Um, and I'm so sorry. I just got this like weird feeling in the back of my head, but it's okay. We pushed through. Um, I think I have to stop saying. You know what? I'm also overthinking it because someone made a comment to me. Let me not even give that any more space in my head. So, we I say we. I will say we a lot because I think about myself as a plural because I do so many things and I am in charge of all the departments. So, we is myself putting my removing myself from a lot of things, but it's just me um doing everything as always. And what besides Jess and Shayna who did my photo shoot. Anywho, back to topic. Um I yeah, see, that's I knew something was moving and I was trying to figure out what was going on here. Anywho, so when redoing this podcast, I was thinking about how mastering progress is all about growth. Um, One of our main things is 365 days of progress. Every day you're getting better to become the person you want to be. And so when I think of a diamond, that's what I think about. It takes a lot of time to become a diamond. It takes a lot of pressure to become a diamond. And under all of that time and pressure, something so beautiful comes out of it that it's worth it. It's worth it. All of the hard times that we have to go through, all of the mean, ignorant people that we have to deal with in our lives, it is all worth it because we are heading towards something so great and building something so beautiful. And if you're not my type of person. And you're most likely not in my life at this point if you're not trying to build something and build something great and be a positive, impactful person in your community. Um, and so the diamond is really a symbol of that pressure and time that I'm putting into myself, let alone putting into mastering progress and making something so beautiful out of everything I've been through. And I was like, the podcast needs that too. We've put time and effort into it and needed a little freshening up, a little sprucey spruce, a little jazz, and that's what I got. And so I hope with this, it really helps to solidify the podcast as something that brings joy to other people, that provides resources for other people who are going through maybe the same issues as me or the guests that I'm bringing on, and can kind of just be a moment in your week that's just like, I'm just going to listen and laugh because I say a lot of stupid things, but I also say a lot of profound things, and it surprises me. But it happens, and I'm glad it happens because then I can share it with the world. And I've gotten your messages. I've gotten like messages from people across the world, and I'm like, you're listening to little old me, like not even little. I'm not that little. I'm pretty big. So, but you're listening to me, and I somehow touch some part of your life that you're like, you've, I, I'm not going to cry. I do have an episode that I know I'm going to cry in, but I'm not going to cry in this one. I, after being told for so long that my voice didn't matter and my feelings didn't matter and I didn't know what I was talking about, and hearing that for so long, and as a child, to now be in a position where I can share my voice freely, and I do share my voice freely, and the one little moment that I said something has affected someone so positively, and that they let me know it's affected them positively, is like, wait, this little voice had something to say all along and has um meaning. And it's like, whoa. uh, wow. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. So with that being said, we're going to keep sharing our voice, sharing our thoughts, sharing our crazy ideas, and hopefully it resonates with more and more people. And hopefully, I. I need to stop laughing, and I'm sorry. I just make myself laugh. I entertain myself. But um I am so happy that I have positively affected a few people, and I hope to continue positively affecting more and more people by just sharing my innermost thoughts that I thought were a little crazy but don't seem that crazy because other people seem to agree. I feel like that's how war starts. I'm not starting a war though. I'm spreading love, so it doesn't matter. Anywho, that's kind of, yeah, where this rebrand came from. I know we went all over the map. I kind of do that. It's called ADHD. You're going to have to deal with it, and if you can't follow, then I guess that's a you problem, not a me problem. So yeah, I will see you guys next week, and we'll talk about some fun topics. Next week, actually, we're talking about my mother. Ha! This is going to be great. As always, keep thriving, and I'll talk to you